Announcing that the chip shortage is now hitting two of its most productive and profitable plants. First off, in Kansas.
It's not an overstatement to say that semiconductors power the modern world. They're not only a key component of nearly every electronic device we buy and use, they also power the factories that make the electronic devices we buy and use. They power our cell phones, our laptops, our cars, our washing machines, our refrigerators. Yes, even our refrigerators. And this is just the stuff in our home. We're not even getting into all the way semiconductors are important to the military and to the power grid. And now, there aren't enough of them getting made. Here's how does the global chip shortage affect everyone. By the way, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing that like button. Now, let's get into it. The pandemic has wreaked havoc on supply chains and thrown off economic forecasts, setting up a shortage of computer chips that is pushing up prices for a host of products and forcing car companies to cut production. Computer chips are everywhere. There are dozens in every car, helping regulate engine temperatures and stabilize suspension systems. They manage water treatment plants, power lines, and internet cables. Almost any product that plugs into a wall now carries a tiny computer inside. The modern world runs on them. What exactly is a semiconductor? A computer chip, or otherwise known as semiconductor or integrated circuit, is a series of electronic circuits printed out onto a conducting material, usually silicon. They form the physical building blocks used to make computers and run software. Over the years, chip designers have managed to squeeze more and more circuits into a smaller space, making computers exponentially faster and cheaper. But the tiny size and complex design laid the groundwork for the current shortage. Why don't the chip companies just make more? Unlike car engines or toys, chips need to be built in factories with highly controlled environments, known as fabs. Specks of dust, temperature spikes, and even static electricity can damage the intricate workings of semiconductors. Meeting unexpected demand isn't as simple as setting up another production line and hiring a few more workers. New chip fabs cost billions of dollars and take 2 years to build. Right now, fabs are running at full capacity, but it will take months or years before new ones come online to fill the extra demand. What role does the pandemic play in the shortage? When the pandemic started shutting down parts of the global economy last year, most economists thought consumer spending would drop off a cliff as people lost their jobs or stopped buying non-essential goods. Yes, auto companies cut back on production and ordered fewer of the chips needed to make their cars run. At the same time, millions of people forced to work or learn from home poured money they may have otherwise spent on movie tickets or vacations into TVs, computers, and video game systems. What other factors led to the shortage? The pandemic isn't the only factor at play. New 5G phones use a lot more computer chips than previous generations of handsets. About a quarter of all phones sold in 2020 were 5G ready, so the industry suddenly put a massive new strain on chip production. Who's gaining from the shortage? It's not as straightforward as you may think. Chip companies are benefiting from being able to sell at higher prices, but for the most part, they are locked into large, long-term deals that can't be changed on a whim. The biggest winners may be the companies that make the expensive and highly complex manufacturing equipment used to make semiconductors, such as California-based Applied Materials and Lam Research, and Japanese-based Tokyo Electron. Who is paying the price? Consumers. Because of how ubiquitous chips are, prices are going up for all sorts of products. Some high-end computer and gaming components are selling on auction sites such as eBay for double their retail prices. What happens next? The shortage could last for a while, partly because of how long it takes to get new fabs online, but also because demand probably won't slow down, especially as economic activity picks up again through 2021. The shortage is amplifying calls from some U.S. politicians for government to subsidize a stronger, homegrown chip industry so American companies don't need to rely on Chinese and Taiwanese manufacturers. Even after the pandemic is over, geopolitics will keep roiling the chip industry. So, what can you say about this global chip shortage? Let us know in the comment section below. And hey, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we continue giving you the best content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.